Here's a question for all three of you. For Ming, do you think that being an overseas graduate, is it an advantage or a disadvantage? And for you too, do you think being a local graduate is an advantage or disadvantage? And why?
So I'll go first.
Yeah.
It depends on the person again. So I have to say, from my angle, I run a startup company called Social Walk. We do social networking for business. So basically, our main audience is North America. And so I actually had to travel to North America quite a bit and raise funds and do a lot of things in North America. So given my prior experience in North America as a student, it helped me a lot. So if I were to go, like say I was Singapore trained and try to do the same, it would have taken me extra long time, and given the resource constraints of a startup, it would have been difficult. So I would say for me personally, it's quite important that I was there and I had experience. And I made certain friends, and that led to certain doors being open.
But do you think generally for overseas graduates, is it an advantage or disadvantage here if they were to look for a job here?
I think from a job-wise, I don't know. To be honest, I haven't really looked. This is my second job and I'm running my own company, so I can't really tell you. But on the personal side, I would say most of my personal network, when most of your best friends are made in school, at college, right, at university here. So so I felt when I came back, I had to rebuild that social network. So that to me was a personal con of being overseas.
Okay, how about for you, Joe? What do you think?
Actually, I think we actually have the same problem, Changwen and I, being that a lot of our friends are overseas. So after JC, a large part of our social network was just everyone had gone overseas, and we are two of the few left in Singapore. But for me, I think it's quite important for me to be here in Singapore right now. One of the reasons why I wanted to come to SMU was that it really offered, and it still offers, a lot of opportunities to network and meet very important people in the industry. That's on the business side. I'm also a law student, so I guess being here where you can actually go to court and watch cases and meet the lawyers that you really want to work with, that's really an advantage of being in Singapore.
How about you, Changwen?
Well, previously I would say maybe 5 years ago, I think the overseas graduates had a large advantage over local graduates in Singapore itself. But I think the local climate is shaping up a bit better. They are giving more recognition to local students. So that's only within the confines of Singapore itself, though. Like, for example, I think as local graduates, there's almost we are at a huge disadvantage if you go to, for example, London or New York and try to get jobs there, especially for example, the finance sector. I think it's close to impossible for us to go there and expect the bulge brackets to give us a job because they've probably never heard of our school before. So I think in that way, if you expand our reach globally, it'd be hard for local students to actually go there. But within Singapore itself, I think the playing field is rather even.
In the next clip, Ming, Joe and Changwen share more about their university experiences.